Welcome back to Bike Culture Hub, the home for riders who believe that adventure doesn't always require massive horsepower, towering seat heights, or heavy price tags. Sometimes, the real joy of riding comes from simplicity, balance, and pure freedom on two wheels. And today, we're diving deep into a motorcycle that embodies all of that philosophy in the most accessible way possible. This is the 2026 Suzuki V-Strom 250, Suzuki's newest small-displacement adventure machine designed to invite beginners, commuters, tourers, and budget-savvy riders into the world of ADV riding without intimidation. If you've ever wanted a bike that blends long-distance capability, everyday practicality, and rugged styling at a price that doesn't punch you in the wallet, this might be the machine you've been waiting for. From the moment you walk around the 2026 V-Strom 250, it's clear that Suzuki didn't treat this like just another entry-level motorcycle. They've gone all in on the V-Strom identity, giving this bike the bold and adventurous profile of its bigger brothers. The signature beak, sharp body lines, tall stance, and unmistakable V-Strom silhouette make this 250 look much bigger than it actually is. Suzuki leaned heavily into its adventure DNA, designing a motorcycle that looks like it belongs on the same shelf as the legendary 650 and the 1050DE models. What's impressive is how premium the bike feels visually for its segment. The LED headlight is crisp, modern, and powerful. The redesigned fuel tank adds sculpted mass to the front end. The tall windscreen is wide enough to provide genuine highway wind protection. And every angle of the bike has been shaped with the purpose of making this 250 look ready for any terrain you throw at it. What makes the new V-Strom 250 truly interesting is Suzuki's decision to refine the engine rather than simply reuse the older generation platform. Powering the bike is a smooth, fuel-efficient 249 cubic centimeters single-cylinder engine tuned specifically for low-end torque and mid-range usability. This is the kind of bike that feels friendly to beginners but also powerful enough for daily commuting and longer weekend trips. The throttle response is clean and predictable, giving riders confidence in both city traffic and open road cruising. Suzuki claims noticeable improvements in internal friction reduction, updated fuel mapping, and refined intake and exhaust flow, making the 2026 model more responsive and efficient than before. And with fuel prices constantly climbing, riders will appreciate that this new engine delivers impressive mileage, making the V-Strom 250 one of the most economical adventure bikes to run. The gearbox is a 6-speed unit that feels light and precise, and Suzuki has tuned the ratios so the bike maintains comfortable engine RPMs even at highway speeds. This means the V-Strom 250 doesn't feel like it's struggling when you hit 100 km/h or beyond. It's steady, composed, and smoother than what you expect from a 250 cubic centimeters ADV. And since Suzuki added improvements to the counterbalancing system, the vibrations are significantly reduced compared to the previous generation. For riders stepping into adventure touring for the first time, this is a huge plus. Long rides feel easier, and the bike gives you the confidence to go farther. Suspension is another area where Suzuki put a lot of thought. The 2026 V-Strom 250 comes with long travel front forks and a preload adjustable rear shock designed to handle city potholes, rough backroads, and light off-road exploration. Suzuki didn't turn this into a hardcore dirt machine, but they created a balanced suspension setup that delivers comfort over broken surfaces while still remaining stable and predictable on smooth pavement. The bike soaks up road imperfections in a way that makes you want to ride longer without fatigue. It's that perfect middle ground between comfort and control. Ground clearance is increased on this new model, giving riders more confidence when navigating uneven trails or tall speed breakers. The bike rides on a 19-inch front wheel and a 17-inch rear wheel, providing that adventure-ready stance and making steering feel stable on loose surfaces. Pair this with dual-purpose tires that offer solid grip on both tarmac and gravel, and you get a motorcycle that truly embraces its role as a lightweight adventurer. Braking performance is handled with front and rear disc brakes supported by dual-channel ABS. Suzuki tuned the ABS to intervene smoothly, especially on gravel or wet roads where beginners often struggle. The braking feel is progressive and strong without being too sharp, which is exactly what riders in this displacement class need. The lever feedback is predictable, and the bike stops with confidence even under panic braking situations. Safety and stability have always been key priorities for the V-Strom lineup, and Suzuki continues that tradition here. One of the standout features of the 2026 V-Strom 250 is its rider comfort. Small adventure bikes are often cramped, but Suzuki engineered the ergonomics thoughtfully. The seat is wide, supportive, and comfortable enough for long-distance touring. The upright riding posture keeps your back straight, your arms relaxed, and your knees at a natural angle, making this bike ideal for riders of all ages and body types. The foot peg placement is slightly forward for comfort but still sporty enough for spirited riding. Whether you're commuting to work, traveling between cities, or exploring the countryside, this seating triangle feels absolutely on point. Suzuki has also improved wind protection on the new V-Strom 250. The tall windscreen deflects air efficiently at chest and shoulder level, reducing fatigue during long rides. Some 250 cubic centimeters bikes struggle on highways because riders get wind blasted, but Suzuki solved that issue with proper aerodynamics. This bike genuinely feels like a mini tourer built for real adventures, not just a city runabout dressed in adventure clothes. Moving to the technology side, the 2026 model features a refreshed digital instrument cluster that's clearer, brighter, and easier to read in harsh sunlight. It displays gear position, fuel economy data, range estimation, and all the essential ride information you need. Suzuki offers optional features like smartphone connectivity and GPS navigation through an app, which is a welcome addition for younger riders. The switchgear feels tactile and premium, and Suzuki continues to maintain that no-nonsense, durable feel across all controls. The design elements on the V-Strom 250 deserve special attention because Suzuki has really stepped up their styling game. The new tank shrouds are bold and muscular. The LED lighting gives the bike a high-tech look at night. The tail section is clean and modern, and the bike's overall proportions are perfectly balanced. It's compact, yet it looks adventurous. It's lightweight, but it appears rugged. Suzuki managed to hit that sweet spot that makes this bike visually appealing to both beginners and experienced riders. Now let's talk about practicality, something Suzuki does extremely well. The V-Strom 250 comes with optional hard panniers, a top box, handguards, engine bashplates, crash bars, auxiliary lights, and more. One of the biggest selling points of the 2026 V-Strom 250 is its versatility. It's a bike that fits into multiple roles effortlessly. For students or young riders, it's affordable, reliable, and fuel-efficient. For commuters, it's comfortable, lightweight, and easy to handle in traffic. For touring enthusiasts on a budget, it offers long-distance comfort, luggage options, and stability. For beginners entering the world of adventure bikes, it's welcoming, predictable, and unintimidating. The price of the 2026 Suzuki V-Strom 250 is expected to sit in a very competitive range, around $4,799 to $5,199 internationally, and depending on your region, pricing will vary. But regardless of market, Suzuki's goal is clear: keep this bike accessible to as many riders as possible. That affordability, combined with the V-Strom's proven reliability, makes this motorcycle one of the best value-for-money ADV options in the small-displacement class. The unique selling points of the 2026 V-Strom 250 are what truly set it apart. A rugged adventure design that looks premium. Thank you for watching Bike Culture Hub. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 2026 Suzuki V-Strom 250, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss another ride. Until next time, stay safe, ride far, and as always, keep the adventure alive.